7月15号，在上午游玩过鲨鱼谷后，我们现在准备在大沼泽地国家公园的另一边参加草上飞旅游项目。现在外面有些下雨，我们就先来到了这里非常著名的一个餐厅来吃中午饭。这个餐厅之所以著名，是因为它可以吃到鳄鱼肉，大鳄鱼肉拼盘35块钱一份。我们点了一个拼盘，一个汉堡加一个沙拉。
鳄鱼馆长鱼肉，
这边这个我扯了，是个大青蛙腿啊，还有一个鳄鱼肉。这边这个是 catfish。这个是猫鱼，是什么鱼？一个沙拉，一个汉堡，就是我们的中餐了啊！真好，饭吃完了，雨也基本上停了。我们现在将要参加的是这个草上飞 Airboat Tours， 也叫空气船、气船的一个旅游团。它将带我们深入沼泽去看风光和动物，是一个非常独特的体验。船票是39块钱一个人，3个人117。这个团旅游的游程包括坐空气船在大沼泽地兜风30分钟，还有就是看鳄鱼表演，大概15分钟。
I'm just checking to see if I can count.
Okay.
I'm learning. I'm working on it.
Hi, we're 3. Okay. 这个船啊，上船了。
Alright, so these boats are always loud, but with that rattle, it's abnormally loud. If you guys hear me whistle, that means I see something and I'm pointing it out for you, okay? Sometimes I can't shut the engines off because if we're going and we try to stop too quick, it'll sink the boat. We don't want to do that. Through this section here, y'all, if you want to stand up, move around, look down, this is where we see a lot of fish and turtles and even some birds swimming under the water. So through this section is where we start preparing to go fast. Once we get over that sign's at, we're going to speed up. So if you want to get your earplugs, also hats and other loose items. When they blow off and hit that propeller, they get turned into confetti. There's nothing left to salvage if that happens. So just so you guys know. The only area I've got big enough to do that travel. You guys ready to go fast? Yeah. You guys from?
All the Netherlands.
Netherlands? Welcome. Glad to have you. How about my group over here? Hi. Where are you guys from?
California.
From California? What part?
Bay Area.
Okay, I've got a cousin up there. Well, second row. Yeah. So people consider Lake Okeechobee kind of that starting point, but that also overflows from rain. It's not like an active. Florida almost made that same mistake. Thankfully, a young lady actually wrote a book called The River is in fact actually the drinking water for South Florida that you're sitting on and looking at. Yeah. in the low time of the year, it's dumping like 1 billion gallons of fresh water every day into the ocean. But in the high times, like right now, it's probably dumping more like 2 billion gallons of water every single day. Here, the biggest one ever caught was over 17 foot, and it had the remnants of a 200-pound deer in its belly. So yeah, they're definitely out here. The ones I see are actually when the gators are eating them. Yeah, good question. Huh? You guys ready to drive fast? See what we can find?
Yeah, let's do it.
Swims under the water to catch its fish. So I think it literally translates to snake.
Oh, there have something.
Yeah, there's a yeah. Well, believe it or not, guys, this island right here, people used to live on this island all the way up to the 1920s. Alrighty, as you can tell, we're getting back to the dock, so thank you for coming out and hanging. Appreciate it. I couldn't be here without it, so thank you in advance. Let's keep our eyes open.
现在我们下船了，在这个船边的沼泽地里搭了一些这种栈道，供游人观赏。熊啊！哇塞，那边树，条条道路通。那个船嘞，木船嘞，小木舟哎，这里很漂亮的。就是这些栈道，那边对着船，就是你刚才划的那个船。乌龟，看这个乌龟，哇，那个脚还有点黄色，黄绿黄绿的。这边还好多鱼耶，看到这鱼，好大一条哎！我们现在到9号码头去看鳄鱼表演。哦，小鳄鱼，欢迎你们来看它。鳄鱼馆的鳄鱼们。
Now, the Everglades National Park, it was established on December 6th of 1942 by President Truman. 100 years ago, we wouldn't be able to walk around this pond. It was very difficult, but now we actually have the opportunity to appreciate the wildlife and habitats that it sustains, from freshwater marshes, saltwater marshes, hardwood hammocks, and the list continues, cypress forests, all that. These guys chilling in the trees, believe it or not, in the state of Florida, there is over 40 different species of snakes, from which 23 of them reside here in the Everglades. Don't worry, I know 23 sounds like a lot, but I promise you, only 4 or 5 of them are venomous. The rest are A-OK. This guy over here is Buster, but I like to call him Buster Bee because he likes to jump a lot. It's his way of asking for food. He is also 14 years old, and Reedy over here is the big boss. With 50 years of age, he has earned his retirement in the jacuzzi.
这个是老的，这个是50岁了，别的是14岁。哦。哦。
So, inside that beautiful smile, got a total of 80, 40 at the top, 40 at the bottom.
14个在下面的牙齿。
Over their lifespan. The reason being that their teeth are really hollow. They easily fall out. But no worries.
牙齿很
When
容易
it
掉。
goes right back in, comes in contact with them, will automatically close their jaws shut. It doesn't matter if it's food or not. The jaws must close. And this allows the alligator to eat and sleep at the same time. You see, sometimes the alligator is going to be sleeping with its mouth open. So, an animal comes along and hops in the mouth, touches the sensors, and boom! Jaws close down, eyes open up, and they got breakfast. It's good to be an alligator. And right now, I am going to do my best to demonstrate to you guys how those sensors work. I do know that in some places what they do. Buster, come here. Come on, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate it. So these sensors, oh, he likes to play. He's a big foodie. No worries, guys. Buster, okie dokie. No worries, guys. It's fine. That's just his way of asking for food. But I am going to do my best to show how these sensors work. Open up. There you go. You heard that sound? Let's see if you can do it better. Buster. Let's try to do it better. Come on. Show him how those sensors work, Buster. You'll get a bigger piece, I promise. He has done better. He's just really tired. It's been a really long day, show after show. Please excuse my friend over here. But you see, guys, they have the strongest bite in the animal kingdom. They have a total of 2,000 pounds of closing pressure. And with 2,000 pounds of closing pressure, they can actually break through the shell of a turtle. Anyways, they don't want anything to do with us. And I know what you guys are thinking. Guys, these are the smartest reptiles. They won't respond to their names. You can train them. And training doesn't, the fact that they're trained doesn't mean that they're tame. They're still wild animals. But they're very misunderstood. So our goal is to educate, to deliver some interesting knowledge that you guys can take away and see that they are not the monsters that TV portrays them as. I mean, just look at that smile. Look at that. Look at Buster. He's a sweetheart. He just likes cuddles. He just doesn't know how to measure his strength. But anyways, I do not encourage any single one of you to actually touch a wild alligator. Let's keep the wild alligators in the wild. These guys, okay, because they're in captivity. But, moving on. Yes, I'm talking about you. You see, yes, they are sticking out in their heads, and these guys are really violent by nature, and they can get in really nasty fights. So, those eyes are really vulnerable. But, evolution worked in their favor, and they have the ability to sink in those eyes. And it looks kind of weird. I will demonstrate you guys how those eyes actually work. Come on, buddy, you can do better than that. Woo. Bubba, I'll show you how those eyes actually work. Come here, Bubba. Come close. Come on. Come on, come get the chicken. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Look how these eyes work. Right now you see them. Ooh. Now you don't. Ooh, Rocky decided to come out. Anyways, I know it looks kind of weird. Whoop. Hold on. Okie dokie. It's okay, Buster. It's okay. My dudes, calm down. It's okay. Anyways, I'm going to see if I can get to show you how those eyes work. Right now, they're actually really alert. And when they are alert, guys, I just need to notify you that they're still wild animals. I got to be careful. But don't worry, everything is under control. Buster is just a little bit of a hopper. I don't know if you noticed how I crouched down, he actually went down. When I'm standing up, they see this tall figure. But when I crouch down to their level, they don't feel as threatened as when I'm standing up. But right now, I'm looking at all of you, but I'm also paying attention to him. See that? Everything is fine, Buster. Let's see if I can do the eye thing. Boom. See that? Let me do it one more time. Boom. They're gone. It's disgusting, I know. But that's what they do in fights to avoid losing those eyes. On top of that, they have an extra eyelid that closes side by side. What it does, this eyelid, is called the nictitating membrane. And what the nictitating membrane does is that it prevents water from getting into their eyes. It also allows them to see their prey underwater, so it works out fantastic. It's like their natural goggles. Anyways, moving down to their bodies. Right over here we got their brains. Their brains are approximately the size of my fist. Again, these guys are the smartest reptiles. Down to the most important part of their body is these bumps. Those bumps are called osteoderms. And osteoderms are really important. I'll explain to you right now why they're so important. Osteoderms, you can also call them scutes. They work as solar panels. You see, alligators are cold-blooded animals. They do not produce their own heat. So, they are ectothermic, meaning that they extract heat from the environment. You see, alligators need to reach a temperature of 65 degrees or higher Fahrenheit to be able to properly digest their food. If they do not reach such temperature, the food inside their stomach, it's gonna rot. It's gonna make them really sick, you know? That's not good. So, again, that's why those structures are really important. Their legs! You see, guys, I know these legs don't look like they do much, but I promise you, these legs can carry their weight for about 12 miles per hour on land for approximately 10 seconds. And then they go back to sleep. As they're cold-blooded animals, they don't really have that much energy. They're very lazy individuals. It is what it is. But if they find the right motivation, they'll definitely chase after it. And their tail over here, this tail, is 100 pounds of almost pure muscle. They have this famous move called the tail whip. You do not want to get caught with one of those. I have not experienced one myself. Let's hope it stays that way. But in other parts of the world, the crocodile is far bigger and a lot more aggressive. Another difference between the alligator and the crocodile is that alligators can only live in fresh water. Crocodiles have the option to be in both saltwater and fresh water. And why is this? I will explain to you why. Crocodiles have glands in their mouth that help them filter out the salt from their blood. Their kidneys are also very resilient. They were adapted to be able to remove the excess salt from their bloodstream. Also, crocodiles tend to go to fresh water to be able to balance out their sodium levels from their blood, which is pretty impressive. If you think about it, they're just animals, but they do this by instinct.
俩站到那里。